Hello there, YouTube. As you can see, I have another computer today. This is the PowerMac G4, and if you don't already know, I also am in possession of a PowerMac G5, which has not been featured on my channel. And since my last video, I have gotten quite a bit of more computers. I got some MacBooks actually, and a custom built computer that's right there that somebody just threw out for no reason. I don't know why. And yeah, so we'll just open this up. So if you haven't already seen any of these, there's just a latch thing here, and this actually folds down and shows off all the hardware. So there's a graphics card right here. That's an ATI card. There's a 364-bit PCI slots, and that's an AGP slot for the graphics card. And there's 4 RAM slots. These two sticks are 256 megabytes, and these two are 512s, which gives it a total of 1.5 gigabytes of RAM, but the machine can only use 1.12 gigabytes. There's a 20 gigabyte hard drive right there, and there's a fan there, and the power supply's there. There's an optical drive. Now this looks like a floppy drive, but it's not. It's a zip drive, and I figured that out when one, it said zip, right? This says zip right there, and two, the floppy disks were too small to fit in there. And it also takes an IED cable. So, well, there's a spider in there, a dead spider. I didn't see that. Wow, I didn't see that when I cleaned this out. Yeah, this was quite a mess too. There was dust and everything. I still haven't gotten out the power supply yet, actually, because I gotta look for a screwdriver that fits the Allen screws on the back. So yeah, that's the power supply. There's a modem here, which is useless, and yeah, and oh yeah, there's space for like 3 more hard drives, so you just put them onto these plates here and you can put more hard drives in there. So we'll close up this now and take a look at the I/O. So here on the back there is not really too much for expansion, and there's less expansion than most other computers at this time would have. So there's 2 FireWire ports, and there's actually a FireWire port on the motherboard. It is right here. So I guess if you want to use something internally, you can plug it into the onboard FireWire. And then there's an Ethernet 10100, 2 USBs, audio in and out, jacks, and of course there's the graphics card, which has VGA and DVI. And on the power supply there's a female and male adapter. That's for a monitor, so you can actually, so the screen, you could actually get power from the power supply for the screen, and you'd obviously plug your cable, your video cable, into the graphics card. And there's a modem jack. And right here, this is so like you could put a lock or something in there, and then people can't, and that latch won't work, and then people can't open it up and steal stuff out of there. So we can actually turn this on. It is a little bit heavier than most other machines. So we've got a screen, and this will only take USB peripherals, which I really don't like, because that takes up USB ports. Unless the monitor for this had had USB ports, because I didn't get this with the monitor. I have a monitor for my PowerMac G5, and that has USB ports on it, and you plug the keyboard into that, and then it goes into there. And this, the mouse plugs into the keyboard, which is nice. I have to unwind this since I got the camera in one hand. Alright, so And I did already turn this on. It has Mac OS X, and it has, I forget which one it has, but it's the one from 2007. So, whoever, well, my friend, or the kid I got this from, he said his grandpa owned this, so he probably put OS X onto here, or the latest version of OS X at the time. So the screen's on. I have to get the power cable because it fell. Alright, here we go. Alright, so now we can turn this on. That hard drive is quite noisy. The screen will show the Apple logo in a second, or the monitor's not getting a signal. There we go. It's already loaded because the screen wasn't on. So we are in the Mac OS. So we'll go into about this Mac. Now, when I turned this on, I thought I was originally planning to factory reset this, but the owner did all that already. So my camera is not in focus. I should have focused it better when before I started filming, because that's what I could do. But anyway, I'll just read off the screen. So the 450 megahertz Power Mat PC G4, and that's what the processor is, the G4 processor. That's why they call it the G4. That's why the G5 is called the G5, and the G3 is called the G3, because those are the processors those use. And there's the memory. It's 1.12 gigabytes, SD RAM. And the startup disk is main hard drive, and we'll go into Mac OS X software. Oh wait, that's not it. It's not. Yeah, that's right here. It says version 10.4.11. So it's 1983 to 2007. So that's the version of Mac OS X that this is running. So it is somewhat new. A lot of later versions of Mac OS X that are later than this computer were able to run on some of the older systems. However, this version of OS X does not run particularly too well. It's kind of slow just because of the hard drive that's in there. Like if I want it, it's not connected to the internet, but if I want to open this, like sometimes things lag open. It is actually running a bit faster, but it's a little slow starting up. And there's the hard drive here. And there's all the software, or the system software. There's actually not anything on here. At some point, I will hook this into the internet and put some stuff on here. I mean, this isn't really something that you want to use daily. I mean, you'd have to put the newest version of Mac OS X on here so that way it could support the browsers that you want on it. I don't know how much I'd be able to do, because let's see what version of, or what time, it doesn't say what, if it's like line or anything, but anything I try to run on here will be outdated for the operating system, so I'd have to put the newest version on here, and it'll probably run slow on this old thing because it's from the year 2000. So I know I can still get on the internet and probably put Google on here or something. I just can't be downloading a huge variety of stuff just because it'll all be outdated. So yeah, and I wouldn't use this because I'm not a Mac person anyway. I'm a huge PC guy. So that's gonna be it for this video. I will have more stuff coming up soon, so that's it.